Hello everyone. Today I'm going to do assignments of digital forensic of part A. So let's get started. So here we can see the first question, that is explain the legal process to start the public case investigation and describe the difference between public and private investigation. So basically a criminal investigation usually begins when someone finds the evidence or witness a crime, and after that witness or a victim makes an allegation to the police. So after that police will interview a complaint and write a report on that crime or about that crime, and after that the report is processed and management will decide whether the investigation is going to take place or where the investigation should place or log the information into a police blotter. And police blotter usually is a record or a record file where all the previous crimes or criminals have been listed or recorded. And there are some few peoples or specialists, that is a DER, I mean digital evidence first responders. So what they do is they will arrive on the incident scene and assess the situation and take precaution to assure and preserve the evidence. Similarly, the digital evidence specialist, they has the skill to analyze the data and determine whether the specialist should be called into assist or not. And likewise affidavit, it's a like a sworn statement of support of the fact about the evidence of a crime. And sorry, so sorry. So and the difference between the private and the public investigation. So with the name only, I think we can distinguish it's like a private investigation. It means they will investigate for their own office, or they will investigate for on themselves. But the public investigation generally means the governmental agents, and they do the investigation for the governmental works. And another difference is that a public investigator, or in public investigation, they will get all the confidential information or the sources that need for the investigation. But for the private investigation, it's quite hard, or it's not a direct process to get all the required information. And similarly, for the public investigation, they get all the resources like a computer and all the gadgets, but by the government obviously. But for the private investigation, they have to make or prepare their own resources for the investigation. And yeah, so now here we can see explain what will you do to ensure the integrity of a digital evidence before it is transported to the lab. Yes, obviously it is the most important, the task or most important process to take care of the evidence before it goes to the lab, because it may violate, it may get copied, or it may get duplicate before it goes to the lab. So there are basic things that I have listed there, that is photographs, recordings, and proper bag and envelope. So to prevent the alteration of the digital evidence during the collection, the first responder should first document any activity on the computer and comments or a device by taking photographs and recording any information on the screen. And we can properly, after that we can properly secure the evidence by placing into a proper bag or envelope, and after that close or seal or tape the proper bag or envelope. And after that the examiner must initially date and time across the sealed area and label the bag or envelope with the patient's identifying information, so that it would be easy while doing the research on that respective evidence. Likewise, here we can see different different acquisition tools and different image forensic image format. So if we talk about the format, there are usually three formats, that is raw format, proprietary format, and advanced forensic format. So if you talk about the raw format, it makes it possible to write a bitstream data into the files. And some of the advantage of the raw format is it will help in transferring the data faster and ignore the minor data read errors on the source drive. And most importantly, it is must computer forensic tools are able to read the raw format. That makes the user or to easily format or use the raw format while doing the things. And but there is one disadvantage, that is it require lots of storage, like a real hard disk or a hard drive. And talking about the portability format, and it has option to compress or not compress the image files, and can split the image into a smaller segmented. And but there is a one disadvantage, that is inability to share an image between the different tools, like we did in the raw format. But there is, in the proprietary format, it's hard to share an image, so it's quite difficult for the users. And if we talk about the advanced forensic format, it's provide a compressed or uncompressed image files, like in the proprietary format. And here is no size restriction for disk to image files, and also provide space to the image file or segmented files for a metadata. And if we talk about the acquisition tools, I have listed some of them, that is Autopsy, FTK, Omega, Kane, and Depth. So let's talk about the Autopsy. It's a very common acquisition tools. It's a free, and helps lots of users to bring back all the data while doing the investigation or while doing the research. So some of the basic features are: it displays system events through a graphic interface, and offers registering files and email analysis, support most common file formats, so that is a very good thing. Similarly, FTK Omega comes with the data preview capability to prevent the files folder, as well as the content in it, and also support image mounting, which is a very good thing, and use multi-core CPU it and positive size actions. And I think Autopsy and FTK Manager, it's quite friendly with us, because one of the main thing why it is quite familiar is that our lecturer also, he had described a lot about that, and it's quite easy. And talking about the Kane, it comes with a user-friendly interface that brings together may open source forensic tool that also together may, yep. And then likewise, its environment is optimized for in-depth forensic analysis, and also generates reports that are easily editable and exportable. That is another advantage of the kind. And last but not least, that is depth. So it includes a file manager that comes with the disk manual status, and offer full support for the Android and iOS. Come with the few open source and closed source Windows application that currently in the Unix world. And these were the acquisition tools and the formats of image formats. And let's talk about the discuss the option you have to copy the drive acquisition. So as I have listed here, there are different types, that is in the physical drive, logical drive, image file, content of the folder, Fernico device. So if we talk about the physical drive, this allows you to choose a physical drive as a source with all partition and unallocated space. Likewise, logical drive, that means this allow you to choose a logical drive as a source, for example a device. So we can choose the drive for which or for what we are going to do, like image file. This allow you to choose an image file as a source. For example, if you need to convert your forensic image from one format to another. Likewise, a constant folder, this allow you to choose a folder as a source. Of course, not detailed files will be included, and similarly like the Fernico device. And yes, I think explain your plan to acquire the data that you will choose a certain tools or methods. And so here, as I have listed the Autopsy, and I have discussed a few features about the Autopsy, because Autopsy allows us to view the skills of any metadata structure in the file system. This is useful for the recovering deleted content. Autopsy will source the directories to identify the full path of the file that has allocated the structure, and it's quite easy as well. I think, and for the further information, for the description, I'm going to do Hello everyone, today I'm going to do the assignment for the digital forensic, and as you can see here in my computer, where is that? Yeah. So if you see here, there is nothing inside the Rosandi. So what I'll do is I'll just create a one text notepad file inside this, and I'll just write the name and the student ID 1273628, and I'll just save this one. So now what I will do is I'll just delete this one. So here you can see there is nothing inside the pen drive, nothing. So I'll just first bring all the data back using the autopsy. So this is the first page that you can see whenever you open the window. So in order to bring all the data back from the pen drive, because the new case, so into the new case, we can see. So sorry for that. So now we need to give the information about the case. So yeah, I'll just write digital, and then just next, and the case number, let's put 1, and name like any name you can give, because I'm examining or looking for this, so my name is, and then you can give the phone number, email, notes, and then finish, and it will create a case database, so that from where what thing is going to be back up or bring back. So after this we can add the data source here. It's quite slow with this one. During this we can also create an image file using the access ftk imager. So for that, what we can do is just here create a disk image, and as I have discussed in part A, there are different format like a physical drive, logical drive, image file, consent, or free liquid device. So I'll just type the physical drive, and then we can select a device from here, like I'm going to back up a data from the my USB. So finish here, and then we can add where we want that thing. So I will just add the destination, and also as I have discussed, there will be raw format, and UA and AF it is in the first. So I'll go with the raw format because it's quite easier, and data transfer is easy and can be read by all the tools as I have discussed before. So raw format next, and then where all we can say the case number 1, evidence number, let's put is a 1 2 3, and then unique description is a 1 2 3 4, and you can also write the name and notes here, and then next. So image destination, so where do you want this one? So for now I want this in the desktop, and then you can just say okay, and this is the image format. If you do the 1500, and it will fragment into many different pieces, a fragment into many different files or a small file. But now I just want 0, that means it will come in just one, and then you can image the file name, like I will just write Rosen, and then finish. So let's start, and it will do here, and I think we can come back here. So there are the different things I have. We can see disk image, logical disk, logical files unallocated. So as I'm using the pen drive, so I'll go through with the logical disk next, and here we can specify the disk that is I'm going to do for the Rosen. So Rosen D, then okay, and then we can say next. So here you can see the option run in this module, all the files what do you want. So as we can see here the steps, at first we did the select the type of data source to be add, we did and select the data source, and now we are going to configure the index module. Here we can, if you don't want, I don't want the plazo, so I didn't take that. I think rest of things I needed, so I did the tick over there, and you can just say next, and it will take some time. And during that I think it is also going to make an image file. Now what we can do is we can go to the desktop, and then I think I have made a, we can see here the image file. I think it's preparing, so that it will take some time. Both the thing are going on, which takes a bit time. So here we can see image source from where we are going to do is physical drive, that is my pen drive, and destination where it is going to, and it will be in the desktop, and status is going on. And same here is for the autopsy. It's going to take time, so I'm just waiting for that. So the more storage or the more GBs, pen drive or hard disk or hard drive you use, the more time it will take. So it's good to use a bit less GB pen drive or hard disk, so that it will make image or image source first, and then also back up the data first. But I have used the 7, I think, or 8 GB, so it's taking quite more time. So here we can see it's almost done. So now we can get the image of the file. Okay, almost done. So that we can, I think now we can go and check, as I have said that in the desktop. So going to the desktop. So we can see here in the desktop, I think we have got the image file, and yes, we can see here. So this is the image file that we have created for our pen drive. We can see the case information and case number that we have given, evidence number 123, unique description 1234. Similarly, we can get the MD checksum and all the hash algorithm that keeps the our information original. Here we can see all the physical drive information, drive model generic file, all the information of the. So this is the image file that we have created for my pen drive, and I think we have got this ready. It's taking time. So here we can see our data source have been added to the local database, and files are being analyzed. Let's get finished, and then we can see all the things like deleted files from my pen drive, that is all the files total this, and also we can see the file types by here. So 72 images, archive for document, from for the documents we can go over here, and we can see the plain text. I don't have any HTML PDF, but we can see here all the digital file deleted things. We can see here like all the images. If we click here, then we can see the image that was deleted from the pen drive. I think that was deleted previously. I think at first I think I have shown you there was nothing in the pen drive. Pen drive was formatted, and the notepad text that I have written, we can see here. I think I did before as well, so it is showing 3, but the time that is 8 and 30. So this one, if we click here, so here we can see uh, all the deleted files, and all the image, one video, one audio, archives 3, and office 4. I think it was loading before. So, and the plain text 16, and the text that I have written before, that is my student ID, and the all the things, that is, you can see here, name Rasun Giwali, student ID 1473628. So like this we can bring or back up the data from the deleted file hard disks, and we can research or gain the information that was generated by the peoples, and we can do research on that. So thank you for your time.